Hello, Frank. I just got your email, and judging from what you wrote, I kind of have an idea of what may be going on. I'll show you how possibly you might be able to rectify this. I use Simplify 3D slicing software. It's the only thing I've ever used, so I really can't tell you about any other, but I'll show you what happens in mine. And I'm assuming this is the same problem you've got. With this software, I'll find the file, click on it, and it comes into the build plate. And I'm guessing that probably you have the same orientation here. If it comes in on the build plate and just plops in like that, it'll start building this cube, but once it gets up, probably over in this area, it'll just start spewing filament all over the place because there's nothing to support it. So what I do is you need to actually rotate this. I'll show you what to do there. Double click on the model, and I want to rotate this 90 degrees in the y-axis. So there we've gone 90 degrees, the y-axis. Click on save, and then I'll hit center and range, and that puts it on the flat glass in upright position. So now you can see when this thing starts to print out material, it's going to start here and work its way up. Where you will probably run into some trouble on this, you'll need to add some support underneath of this. As your printer tries to come out here, it'll try to print out here and there's nothing underneath of it. So if there's no support underneath of it, the filament just droops and flops out, and next thing you know, there's basically just like a big old blob of cat hair looking stuff. So in the case of that, my software allows you to generate support. So I go ahead and turn that option on, and then over here this tells you the size of the support, and I'll just go in and add some support. And what I'll do is normally come out here on the outside edge and just keep adding underneath of here. Your printer should bridge some of the smaller gaps on this stuff, but you always want to do whatever you can to keep it from drooping out. So at that point, I'd call that pretty good. And now you see what's going on. As your printer starts building off the plate, it'll build this, but it'll also come over here and start building these columns so that when it starts printing this part, there's actually something underneath it here. And typically the software will put a maybe like a 1 millimeter gap between the top of the support columns and the actual bottom of the printed part. So you can see now, instead of this trying to print out in midair, there's something underneath of it. I wouldn't worry about this one right here. It's got enough of an angle coming off here. It's all pretty gradual. It'll actually come out and it should print those okay. I can show you, I'll pull this up here. Mine has a preview version in the software where I can actually come up and it'll show me what the printer paths are actually going to be. So as you can kind of see here, this will start out building the main portion of the part, and it'll actually start building the support material right off the bat. This adds a fair amount of time to your print time, but there's really no way around it, at least with this file. I've got newer versions that I'm working on that actually are much more gradual, that don't require any support whatsoever. And now you can see in this area right here, as I come up, it'll start gradually coming over on top of the support material. Once it gets the first couple of layers on top of the support material, you should be in the clear. Everything should be fine after that. Hope this helps you.